Hi, my name is Theodore Cottingham, drawing the curtain back this day for you to see the real you inside you. If you can make it, of a man not, but a woman, a consciousness, a creation. Many people now will wake up. Many people are wanting to wake up, but what does that mean? What does waking up mean in my words for this time that we have together like this today? I suggest to you that you know way down deep inside of you that you are more. You are more than you know. There's more to you than you've ever been told, because so many people are waiting to be told rather than originating the creator of the voice, the communication. Waking up their spirit, their awareness, their cognitive power, their consciousness, the who they are in the real that goes beyond the fabricated 3D time of space, space-time, 5 sense mind calculating everything. It's time to wake up. Becoming who you really are. Have you ever looked in the mirror and said to yourself, looking with your eyes into your eyes, saying, I want to be the real me? Have you ever done that? Have you ever felt that way? I just want to be me. All of us, I think, at the root level, the garden level, at the level of creation, still remembers what it feels like to be free. Free of this earth. Free of all the constraints and restraints, all the laws and cultural customs that have been imposed upon us. What we wear, how we wear it. What we think, how we speak of it. Who we are. Who we compose ourselves to be. What we think of wars, capital punishment, capitalism, democracy, war. People everywhere want to tell us how to think, what our role is, who we are. And all of that creates followers, except maybe some infinitesimal amount. When you're ready to wake up, it will cost you. When you're ready to wake up, don't you understand? You're going to wake up a little different than you are at this moment. There will be differences, great and small. Magnanimous. Because you are aware of a greater consciousness than you. You're aware of a greater consciousness than you that you are connected to and that you can hear from and that you can communicate with. Things, ions. Words, syllables. Intent. When you wake up, you won't be the same lackluster version of you. You will lack no light. But growing up is a process, you see. Growing up isn't a one-sentence prayer, conversion therapy. You don't transform with a one-sentence prayer. Or even devotion to a life, an ascetic life, a life of paupery, a life where you live under popery. I'm asking you to consider waking up to a new reality. But it doesn't just happen overnight. You don't snap your fingers. It's not like fast food. And at times, the speed with which you begin to grow into your awake being, your new body, your new mind, may seem like it moves at the speed of glaciers, tectonic plates. And yet all those are moving around. They are all in motion. And many theories that made our world for us are in fact melting. The theories themselves, the conclusion, the scientific facts, science discovering new worlds, new universes. Science actually talking now about what came before the Big Bang. And wondering how many universes there really are. If you wake up, it's costly. I was a devoted, devout, dedicated, diligent Christian for decades. So I still draw from many stories in the Bible that speak to this waking up, becoming a new creation. I draw from other books, science, movies, like the Truman Show movie. It's about Jim Carrey waking up. Well, the character he plays. I've mentioned multiple times a picture that supposedly was created in the 1500s called the Flammarion. You can find it on Wikipedia. It's a great picture. It depicts a man, an older man, on Earth, putting his head through what appears to maybe be some kind of bubble, looking out at all of existence that he couldn't see before. So beyond all of this that we see this day with our common eyes, our normal comprehension, our 5 cents way of determining, going about, feeling, converting, conversing in this world, creating a living, all of this is not real. The story of the Matrix, we haven't known who we are. And the people who have led us this far led with the ancients' words, ancient constructions, ancient terminology, ancient metaphors and allegories. And yet, the message for today was implicit, intertwined, interlaced, embedded, but now uncovered. There's more to the story. There's more to who you are. You want to wake up? I suggest well, I'll show you a picture. A picture I created. I spoke the words. I typed in the words. I typed in the words describing a picture I wanted. And here comes the picture. The picture created from my words. A picture which gives me a vision, a visual, an idea that expands my mind, my comprehension. So doesn't this evoke something in you? Don't you feel like you want to ask a lot of questions? Third eye, what does that mean? Rainbow, what's that about? And how do we feel? How do we respond? How we respond is key. You see, truth is always in motion. It's a flow. You can't nail truth to a wall. So in this picture, how do you want to imagine what this picture is saying? We would all use different words because we would all draw from our experiences, our vocabulary, what we've been taught, and what we want. So I suggest to you at this moment in this picture, we could say, the moment of conception. The moment of conception in the mind. The moment of conception that there is a greater reality than what we are living in. The way common humanity seems to live. There's more to the story. And the rainbow? Instead of trying to say it's a signal from God or something religious, let us say the rainbow represents the complete energy spectrum, not just the rays of light, the little slice of visible energy that we're able to comprehend. The complete energy spectrum is what you exist in when you wake up. But are you willing to pay the price? The price is time. Humbling yourself before the one in your mirror, where you come as a little child. Where you come as a little child. And you begin to choose to open to new thoughts that are completely incongruent with all that you have held as true, because you want to wake up. You want to do things you've never done. You want to know people you haven't known. You want to connect and make connections. You don't want to be under anybody else's authority anymore, who tells you what to do, how to do it, how long to wear your dress, your skirt, what you wear on your legs, your lips, your mind. Control with the big C, the capital C. Control. Control created religion. Religion is simply the enforcement of a system to permeate us systemically with thoughts that keep us laden with fear. You can say I'm dragging all of this of what I'm saying out of my intelligence. I suggest it's all coming out of a field. Because I am not cognitively destroying how these words are put together to please you or to please an APA manual. I'm no longer writing diction and grammar with the curse. The curse of what? The curse of fools. The curse of those asleep. The curse of those who inherited ignorance. The curse of those who create ignorance. The curse of those who are complacent with ignorance. Complacent and complicit. Reproducing it every day as they go along. So many of them to have a job. One verse in the Bible says you cannot serve God and money. I thought about that many times years ago. Wondered, prayed, researched, looked at it, pondered, and finally I decided I had my answer. We don't know the difference. The story of the prodigal son, where we are, who we are, what our identity really is, what we've been involved with, what we have the power to create. I suggest to you is beyond what anyone has ever told you, and possibly beyond anything you have ever imagined, my dear. My dear friend, my dear son, my dear daughter. I've talked much in past weeks, especially recent months, about the difference between love and unconditional love, and differentiated, contrasted love versus God, and that God is not love. I'm not going to try to restate, to repeat all of that at this moment. We're talking about waking up, using language that no more interferes with our power. Our power to understand, our power to live, our power to grow, our power. Power? Yes, power. Power, privilege, our privilege to create. Create? Yes. You can turn this thing on. What is this thing in the middle of my forehead? A neocortex? Where did you get that thing? Who grew it? When did it come about? Pardon me. Was it depicted in the movie The Andromeda Strain, or depicted in the movie The Puppet Masters? What movie are you willing to learn from this day and see a greater story than religion has given us, than even science has given us? Theodore Cottingham, School of Cosmic Leadership. That's what I'm calling my school at the moment. Isn't that audacious? Boldly going where no man has gone. I very much value the stories, some of the stories that we have about Jesus, because I suggest to you, Jesus became the first person to wake up. He began to learn how to learn. He began to learn to interact with an energy that did not limit him. An energy, a communication system. Frequency, vibration, waves, harmonic reflection, or because I suggest to you he was born of a woman. Completely, totally, absolutely, unindubitably ignorant. Ignorant of who he was, who his parents were, what country he was in, cultural customs. Completely ignorant. But he learned. But he learned not only the scriptures, he learned an interaction with words. Words constructed. Words constructed with a syntax that did not limit him, but began to share, convey, communicate, create. Within him, sight beyond what his two eyes limited him to. And if you're going to wake up, this is where we're going. We're going into a world to see with sight beyond our two eyes. This is exhibited in the story, if you will, of Abraham, when God talked to Abraham. A moon worshiper. Okay. A foreign idol, a god, a thing, something. A moon worshiper. And God, supposedly good God, God of light, love, and peace, supposedly said, Abraham, get up, get all your people and stuff together, go to a new land, a land that I will show you as you go. If you want to wake up, you're going to begin not unlike Abraham. Because your five-sense mind, you see, wants to peg it. Your five-sense mind wants to be in control of your existence. Your five-sense mind uses your energy to do its thing to limit you. Did you hear what I'm saying? Your five-sense mind, just like your two eyes, they do things for you, but they take much more from you in return. It's an energy system. We're coming out of our ignorance because we are choosing to grow up. I suggest to you, we're beginning to learn. There's more to the story. Oh, yeah, there's more to the story. There's more than 9 to 5 or working 2 or 3 jobs to pay the bills. Trying to go to church, feed your children, make breakfast, pay the bills, repair the car, put money in the plate. There's more to the story. And the more willing we are, willing because you choose. You determine your willingness to wake up. You determine your willingness to learn from light. Light that is pure love. Peace without hierarchy. Love will teach you if you connect with love. You see, love. Where do you connect with love? Right here. The third eye, the top of your head, the center of your mind. Ask, inquire, seek, cultivate your curiosity. If you want to wake up, you seriously begin to cultivate your curiosity and your ability, not just to ask questions, but to craft questions that begin to see there's more and operate with an intelligence that does not limit you, so that you begin to ask better questions with more insight, so that your vision increases, so that your energy changes. Your energy to be who you are, or to be who the energy is. So as you connect, as you're willing to, if you're willing, here's another picture. You begin to see a different picture of you. You begin to see the tree of life. You begin to understand the Garden of Eden, the tree of life, what those stories can mean to you if you don't accept the canned version that limits you. You begin to see you as a grasshopper no more, with whatever righteousness you want to utilize as filthy rags. You begin to wake up to the idea. You begin to wake up and learn to differentiate, rightly dividing the word of truth, what love is and what love isn't. And you begin to understand and seek to find, creating your intelligence, your ability to understand nuance and understand the difference between love and love, between unconditional love and pure love. Pure love. The difference, or is what we thought love, we commonly call love, all conditional. God love, I suggest to you, wow, love that comes with conditions may not be real love. Royal love, the kind of love displayed with the return of the prodigal son to his dad. His dad saw him afar off because he was looking. His dad saw him afar off because he was looking. He wanted his son to come home. He wanted, and he didn't list. He didn't present him with a list that said, how much money did you make for me? What was your return on your investment? Did you squander everything like a thankless child? Did he berate his son? No. He ran from afar, hugged him, kissed him. And said, let us celebrate. This is waking up. This is unconditional love. The son had to choose to wake up to the revelation. There was more for his life than squandering his life in the pig pen. And he said, even the servants in my father's house have enough to eat. They don't eat the pig slop. When I speak of royal privilege, when I speak of the privilege of creation, when I speak of the privilege to wake up, I am speaking of the royal privilege for you to recreate you. You can wake up. Wake up to your ability, your potential, your capacity, your creatorship. You are royalty among the cosmos. Quit being afraid of the aliens, E.T., things in the dark that go bark, bark, or think there's a lion in the street. Realize all religion is based on fear. conformity, hierarchy, none of which you are limited to remaining under. I'm a radical. I'm a rebel. I'm a revolutionary. Oh my God. And I've even written about it. The revolution, the revolutionary, the rebel. He revised what he said the scriptures were saying. And he wasn't afraid to say so. And he began to operate. You see, it's all about leadership. If you want to wake up, follow no one anymore in the definition of servant, servanthood, servant leadership. If you want to wake up, it's costly. Because if you want to wake up, my friend, you are going, I suggest, I offer you the story, the words, day after day, these words to you with a syntax, with a motive to empower your power to hear, reveal, create. So that what has used you to conquer you and capitalize on your ignorance no longer conforms you to it, because you begin to choose to walk in your own authority. You begin to choose to wake up. You begin to choose to see that energy behind your eyes, so that when you look in the mirror and you actually see your eyes move and operate, and your pupils get larger and smaller, and you open your mouth and you begin to speak, you choose to be willing to create a new you. The seed is in the words. I'm offering you the seed of the new you. And what you do with it depends on you. Am I an angel coming to Mary? I'm an old man in Eureka Springs. Coming to you this day this way. Just talking. Showing you pictures. My friend, see a new picture of you. Of you, my friend, conceiving a new you in your womb, the womb of conception, the womb of creation in your mind, where you willingly, intentionally receive the seed, the words. These words, the living word. This is the living word. The living word is word that you give life to. It's not stuck in a book. You can't nail it to a wall. It's in motion. It lives. It breathes with your breath. Will you breathe life. Will you, my friend, breathe life this day? Will you breathe new life into you this day? Will you breathe into the words, the seed, to give these words life in you, conceiving a new you, waking up in your mind to see the beauty of perfection, the beauty of no comparison, the beauty of the infinite, the beauty, the perfection of the immortal, eternal. Not under anybody else, no longer under God, no longer under a man, no longer under whatever law imposes upon you, because you are conceiving that which is intangible, the intangible, immortal, eternal. And you're creating it. You are the creator. This is why you are the woman. This is feminine consciousness. Reproductive, recreating, nurturing. The Word, the living Word, the words that come through me, an old man, to nurture the words coming through you, for you to nurture you with sight that the words give you, that my words give you, to facilitate you beginning to draw, to channel, to speak the words of you into you, through you, fueling, feeding the child of promise. The child that only you can create, because you are creating you again. Let this be heard now throughout the ages, far and wide, before time, before the Big Bang, and after the apocalypse. Or is this revelation apocalyptic, cataclysmic? Because this, you see, redefines who your maker is. This is meonics. It's not a system of belief. It's a willingness to create, where you begin to wake up. You begin to see how we have been so tormented. All the separation that we've created, taught others to be under the authority of man. Being slaves in this world is hell. But we're growing. A new race of light people. People of light becoming one. In your flesh, out of it. Out of it, in it. Or in it when you want to be and out of it when you want to be. Sounds like science fiction. Dick Tracy, ludicrous, preposterous. Yet how did Jesus do all the things he did? And not only did Jesus give us some words He became the Word before us to see the way. He became those words. He didn't just say, if you love me, do all the things I do and greater. He showed us. He gave us the path. He showed us how to be the real us. This is all about becoming me. When you look in your mirror, wanting to wake up, wanting to serve man no longer, serve an assembly line no longer, serve the mortgage company no more. What if you no longer need a roof over your head? In heaven, there are many mansions. In an energy field, just through the veil, there are many mansions. All the food you want to eat. Everything is prepared for you, but you must choose to leave the squalor of the pig pen and be a squatter in squalid land no longer. Where does all of this diction and grammar come from? I channel. I live. I love. I live love. I speak love. Love speaks me. I speak love. I become it. It's become me. We are one, John 17. I am the Father. I am the Mother. I am the Creator. I am the Creator. I am. I am. And this is what we're coming in to understand. I am. I am. I am the Creator. I am the creation. I am the impoverished. I am the pauper. I am the regal royal. There is a process through which, if you learn to come as a little child, regal royal love will teach you directly. Not if you confront it, not if you compare it, not if you want to tap into it. When you come as a little child and you say, teach me who I am, teach me to wake up, teach me. You're not seeking some spirit to inhabit some cavity of a void in you. You're coming as a common person. Who begins to realize there's more to the story, and all the stories given us have fabricated a false God, a conditional God. Daniel in the lion's den, that's not a story about history to admire their gumption, guts, gall, power. This is a story about you. Daniel in the lion's den, it's your story, folk. Those guys Abednego, those guys that walked in the fiery furnace after it was heated 7 times hotter, to walk through the flames. This is the story about you. And this is what you do and will walk through and experience if you're willing to wake up, but not just to waking up to an awareness of these things, of your potential, of your power, but becoming it, where you create the new you, the cycle of creation. Okay, that's my message this day, my lesson. And all this garbage, like, if you love me, keep my commandments. Learn to differentiate. Learn the Santa Claus God. Keeping Santa Claus God happy so he won't condemn you to hell. That theory goes away. And all the idols of your God worship, even all of your tears, I won't say they were in vain. Because remember, I suggest to you, there was a moon worshiper. But love saw the heart. A lot of people may have seen an affluent rich man, but love saw his heart. And no matter what he worshiped, love felt his motive. Love saw within, not limited to the chamber of horrors, the mask, the 3D. Love saw original love. And love called out, said Abraham. Abraham, come out and look at the stars. Look at the stars. The vastness of the heavens. Look at them. And your seed shall be your seed, your existence, your DNA, your blood, your revelation will go beyond the number of all of the stars in the heavens. Now come. Get up, get your stuff together, and go to a land I will show you as you go. Wow. Guts, gumption, gall, audacity. Certainly many said, he's lost his mind. He's out of touch with reality. He's not in the real world. He's gone nuts, loco. But he did it. Was it easy? No. When you decide to come out of Earth, when you decide to come out of Earth, an Earth suit, a body, a mind that actually impairs you and uses your energy to compute your 3D framework, it's costly. And sometimes a lion may bite you. And you may bleed. You may hurt. People wound you. So willingly they wound you. People are so brutal. Because the mind of the 5 sense enigma machine has no emotion. It's like the character Data in Star Trek before he turned on his emotion chip. Great allegory. Terrific metaphor. The mind, the 5 sense mind, doesn't care. The 5 sense mind doesn't give a damn what you think or believe, as long as it rules you, as long as you use it to process and compute your reality. But when you begin computing your reality and become conscious of a greater reality than this molecular 3D time-space stamped world, when you stick your head out of what seems like this cosmos and begin to see, the heavens will open up. You begin to see you can walk on water. You begin to heal people. You begin to calm the storms. Just like Jim Carrey in The Truman Show, at one point when the storm rages, he yells out and he said, "Oh no, oh no." Just like when Neo in The Matrix, there came a point in time that he no longer had to dodge the bullets. He no longer had to fight because he realized he was no longer subject to the molecular forces. And what did he do? He said, no more. This is the completion of a new creation. Not, this is just the beginning. Because we have the entire cosmos. And farther, more than one. So we are no longer playing complacently in a sandbox of an earth suit on earth, hoping a God will come save us and we will go spend out eternity on the North Pole with Santa Claus. It's all up to you. The story, Mary. Be Martha no more. Be Mary. Conceive and create. And learn to flow truth. And the truth of the flow of love is the operation of the new and everlasting covenant, where love, not the God of the Ten Commandments, but original source love that existed long before any Big Bang or any of these planets were formed. Or that flesh had ever come into being. Love existed as you because you were a part of it. Equal. Have this mind in you, which was in Christ Jesus, who thought it not robbery to be equal with God. Think it not robbery to be equal with the Creator, being the Creator, the mind of the Creator in you that conceives it to recreate you again. This is it. Waking up to a new reality, a new view. No longer subject to the hierarchy of man. No longer subject to patriarchy. Live, O women, not of faith, but of love. Creating the new you and being not afraid of man, power, government, religion, guns, tanks, bombs, war, brutality. The world is waiting on you. And who will you be? Who will you conceive? Or will we be like the pauper who lifts up our head and hope to have a few crumbs from a rich man's table, hoping to have enough dollars to pay the light bill, the mortgage, the rent? I am come that you might have life and have it more abundantly, that you may see that you are the Creator and never have a need again. And who am I? I am. I am one. I'm a simple old guy telling you you're the one. Will you be the one too? Will you be the one also? There are many now who wake up, no longer letting religion cast you in its mold, no longer limiting you to a caste system, waking up to your own authority, to see the beauty of the intangible, immortal, eternal, infinite. Interdimensional you. Not alone. Because as your creation, as you the Creator, begin to wake up and create you anew, new connections are taking place in the normal, natural, the real, the intangible, the dimensionlessness. And you will begin to connect. You will begin to lead. You will begin to learn to understand your place and your power and no longer be afraid of your regal nature to operate in, among, throughout the cosmos. All because you made a decision. Day after day after day after day, you chose to grow up. You chose to wake up. You chose to no longer be at the foot of the cross or an altar rail. You choose to lay down the Santa Claus God story. You choose to lay down and you become the living Word made flesh in your mirror with your power no longer stymied by religion. This is what we're coming into. And my name is Theodore Cottingham, with a school like no other. A school to teach you so that you recreate you. Wake up to your potential, your power, my friend, your privilege You're privileged to no longer work for a man again. Never again putting out a resume. Because you know how to create. Because you learn to love love. And you let love teach you. First person love. And it's altogether cataclysmic. So yes, you will lose friends. Family may disown you, disinherited you. Family, friends, your culture, your community, your country. But Abraham, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming out of Ur. Thank you for the story that there's more, that there's a promised land and you are the promised child. This is the promise unto you and your seed forevermore. And no one will break the chain of love that supersedes all the other covenants, all the other chains, and all the other stories for you to worship a God no more, but be who you really are. I love you. Thank you for the privilege of letting me share these words with you. Thank you. I love you. You can write me at Theodore. What is it? Theodore Eureka at gmail.com. My website for now, TheodoreCottingham.com. The School of Love. Unconditional love. Let there be light. Let there be love. Be the regal royal you. I love you. This is a school. I invite you to not just see what I have said, to listen with your ears, but see, feel, hear, become. I invite you to understand this is a class. I invite you to record this recording. Record it. Play it multiple times. Download it. Download it. YouTube Premium, whatever it takes. Listen to it in your car. Listen to the word. Listen to the living word that will free your living word so that you will be the alive creation of you having awakened into a reality that supersedes all others. Interdimensionless. Interdimensionality, dimensionlessness, so that you're no longer magnetic. You're no longer subject to the law of attraction. You're no longer subject to any law. And all the things that supposedly stirred your soul, gave you angst, created fear, will no longer limit you because you're becoming non-magnetic. You're becoming an energy not limited to this world. I've said much. Outline. Summarize. Summarize it and make a posting of it. Post it in your own words. Let love flow. Do something. Do what it takes to begin to let this message, this love, this energy, the seed herein grow. Let it flow. Let there be light in your words to be the living word. In the garden of confusion no more. And we will never again be in the Garden of Gethsemane waiting for somebody to crucify us. I love you. TheodoreCottingham.com. I love you all. Subscribe. Become. Enlist. Become a member. Become love in your shoes. The unlimited, infinite, immortal. With a gown of light. To be able to perceive it with the naked eye, but really being intangible. Yes. Beginning to live the life of the unlimited you. Wake up to your privilege. I love you. Good day. Thank you again. Theodore Cottingham in Eureka Springs. Good day.